Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching. My name is William Lucas, and this is my 3-minute dissertation. I'm a fifth-year doctoral candidate in the Department of Anthropology at the University of South Florida, and I'll be discussing what research I've been up to for the past year. So what is normal and natural to us? Things like having men and women's bathrooms, going quiet once you step in an elevator, or just not passing gas in public. These are all things that are normal to us. If someone were to go against these normal behaviors, we would know it. How we define people is also a normal thing that we do. We categorize people based on categories like race, gender, age, and even ability, as in whether they are abled or disabled. And this is not weird to us. In fact, it feels kind of right. Being able to slot into neat categories or cultural expectations is a part of what it means to live in a society. So yes, following what is normal and natural is useful. It's how people gained rights. The right to vote, the right to not experience discrimination. They gained these rights by being recognized. But it is possible that our broad, normal categories have a drawback to them. Many social scientists and scholars have done research on people with disabilities, and they often find that what is normal is simply not being disabled. So being able to access bathrooms without assistance, or being able to walk up a flight of stairs without a ramp or an elevator. Sometimes what is normal makes certain people's lives harder because they can't conform, try as they might, to that norm. Over the past year, I did research with people with spinal cord injuries, or SCIs, who went to a rehabilitation center. My research with SCI patients explored how they find a new normal, because these are often people who lived part or even most of their lives being able to climb stairs, play sports using their whole bodies, and do simple things like use the restroom all on their own. So what is often normal for people with SCIs is their lives become all about minimizing risk. What is so interesting here is how certain people are given hope of walking again. And those who aren't granted that are recommended to find a life worth living that takes into account that they will never walk again. So for patients to find their new normal. But is it possible to find a normal when so much of the world doesn't consider people with disabilities? I learned from stories people told me that still, in 2022, it takes a lot of effort for people in wheelchairs to go out, have fun in places like comedy clubs, the beach, or a restaurant, all places we take for granted. And many restaurant tables are not at the right height for people in wheelchairs to be able to roll their chair under. In many ways, wanting to walk again is especially desirable, not only because walking is what is normal, but also because going out in the world can often lead to stares and more attention than most people, abled or disabled, are comfortable with. As I reflect on my dissertation, I'll be thinking about how to challenge what I find to be normal and natural, because chances are this social construct likely leaves some people ignored and abandoned. Once again, my name is William, and thank you so much for listening to my 3-minute dissertation.